Hey everyone, my name is Corwin, and I'm an illustrator and designer who streams a couple of times a week. And I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about posting on social media in multiple locations. Now, this may or may not be the case for you, but for me, when I started using social media, it was for personal use, personal pictures, sharing things with friends and family. Making the move to be an artist meant sharing my art online. Now, I bring this up because when I started sharing my art, I didn't want to burden my friends and my family, who were usually the ones looking at my social media, with art on multiple social medias. For instance, if my brother follows me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, why would I post the same piece of media in 3 locations and bother people who are interested in seeing my work? And this is something that I struggled with for a long time. You don't want to be an egomaniac, but you need to share who you are and what you're working on. So where's the balance? What's the strategy? And what's been working for me, and I hope will work for you, is to recognize that you've made a shift from a personal social media account into an artistic one. So sharing what you're creating in multiple places is an opportunity for more people to see your work who might not have otherwise. Because something I'm learning is this isn't exactly a game of skill or luck or timing. It's all 3. You need every piece to make these things work. The perfect drawing, animation, pixel art dropped at the wrong time may fall flat. Be prepared for it. It's okay. This also leads me to a small tangent about reposting. Certain apps allow for reposting, and it's not frowned upon. For me, this is Twitter and anything else with a vertical timeline. People aren't scrolling back years into your feed to see the old pieces you've made. So you can use this as an opportunity to comment and reply to your own posts and add new content to them. Again, giving people another chance to see your work and to learn who you are. And why is that so important? Well, anytime the algorithm has worked for you, have you noticed that people who view it like it? And the more likes, comments, sharing, favorites, etc. that happen on a post, the more time people are likely to spend with it and give you a chance, get to know you a little bit. So the next time you have a moment where you are hesitating to repost work that you've done and you're proud of to another social media platform because you don't want to overburden the people who are following you on multiple accounts, my advice is don't worry about it. Keep posting everywhere as often as you can. Now, if you feel like you're burning yourself out posting and reposting, don't do it. Try to make things fun, but also try to make things scheduled. How many posts would you like to make a week? What are your own personal and professional goals for those posts? Because while looking at your week and your month and your year can be intimidating for the number of posts you'd like to make, if you can slow down, zoom things back, and realize what is today's post doing in the grand scheme of everything that I'm doing. Something small, silly, irreverent, or even goofy, something that's not your best work, something that isn't perfect and has wrinkles, something that's in progress, I believe still deserves space on the internet. It can get people excited in what you're working on, show them things to come, and give them an outlook on creating things themselves. I love to create to inspire other people and myself. It's this weird, cool, cyclical thing that happens. I see something that inspires me to create, gets me in a zone. I make something. Hopefully, it gets somebody else in the zone too, and the world will become a better place because of it. I've often heard the analogy, whether through a Death Grips song or just talking to friends about how the internet can just be a pile of files, a big old fucking piece of trash. But it doesn't have to be that. It can be a place of support, art, imagery, poetry, crocheting, anything you want to. Now, take this with a pinch of salt, because I'm a half, what am I trying to say? A glass half full sort of person. And I recognize that not everybody feels the way that I do. So what you can do is begin to prove it to yourself. Do you have a deeply held belief that your work is burdening others? Prove to yourself that that isn't the case by posting in multiple places and having an open mind and seeing how people respond. You might really surprise yourself. And these surprises that come from neutral third parties can really help change your worldview. It did for me. Now, the last point I want to make is about how posts can perform poorly on one site and do well on another site. I've had plenty of times this last year where I've approached this new multi-platform posting style and something will flop on Instagram, get 200 views and 2 likes and no comments, and have that same piece of work, that same piece of art, that same video posted on TikTok and get 20 to 50K views. It's insane. I don't really understand why this happens, except sort of the luck factor of posting. There is a huge amount of dice rolling when you post something. Some people have told me post at this time, post at that time, but I figure, fuck it. If I'm posting at 11, somebody else is up at 11. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. I don't want to change all of my habits for a corporation. I want the corporation to work for me, creating free content for them, bringing people to their app. It's not just me, everybody. I realize I have a very small following on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. But I can say that trying these techniques has really helped my account grow in the last year, far more than any other year I've been posting. I used to put so much importance on making the perfect post at the perfect time on one platform as to not bother anybody that I knew personally. Oh God, did you see Corwin? Ugh, he's posting on multiple things. I just saw this. I don't want to see it again. None of that thinking. Realizing that actually it was pretty exciting for people to see it on multiple platforms, and where they may have missed it on one, they would find it on another. Anyways, I don't want to repeat myself too much. I think you get the idea. This is just a general encouragement and a general, hopefully, uplifting message to let you know you should post things that make you happy, and you should post things that you would like to see on the internet. And I'll bet that if you can get into a groove of posting things because they make you personally happy, you will also get into a groove of making good work that people will enjoy, like, share, and come back for more. I'd like to say a huge thanks if you've made it this far into the video, hung out with my rambling. I really appreciate it. I want to follow my own advice and make things that I want to see on the internet. And I think a lot more encouragement of artists and social media strategies should be there. So I'm making this. If you'd like to ask questions, be sure to leave a comment below, reach out to me, and you can find me streaming on Twitch twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays. I make art, play retro games, we hang out. It's a really good time. If you need a community of people to uplift you and encourage you and show you that you can make more than you thought was possible, seriously, come check us out at twitch.tv/Compass Cult. I've never really plugged my channel verbally before like that, so it's a little weird. It felt good, though. We're doing it. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope you've enjoyed the time-lapse drawing that you're watching. I started this one on an airplane and finished it on stream, and it turned out pretty cool. There's a big fucking crocodile in it and a giant ass sword.